When people lie, gossip, or run a smear campaign, the instinct is to panic, right? Especially if you're someone who values your truth, who values your morality, your ethics, your values, period. Especially if being misunderstood feels physically uncomfortable in your body. Of course you'd want to correct it. Of course you'd want to defend yourself. That makes sense. But this is where it becomes counterintuitive. The more you scramble to prove your innocence, the more you center the lie. And when you start running around explaining yourself to everyone, it can accidentally signal instability, not because you're actually unstable, but because urgency reads as insecurity to observers. And that's so frustrating. You think you're clarifying, but it just looks like reacting. And reaction is fuel. People who gossip want power, control, a reaction. They want to have the ability to destabilize your internal balance. They want to see you flustered and want to feel powerful enough to move you emotionally. And when you respond by chasing down every rumor, you're confirming that they can actually move you. You're giving your power away. Now, this does not mean you don't defend yourself, of course. I mean, it just means you choose where and how. Like, if something affects your livelihood, your safety, your legal standing, address it directly, strategically. But random social gossip, character attacks, narrative twisting, yeah, no. Silence is often louder than defense, because when you disengage, you remove the oxygen, right? The fire can't burn any hotter, because gossip without oxygen, it just burns out. People who are committed to believing a lie about you will not be convinced by your explanation anyway. They've already chosen their position. So who are you exhausting yourself for? The people who actually know you, they're watching your behavior over time. The people who don't know you, they were never your audience to begin with. Integrity is proven through consistency, not arguments. And when you keep living in alignment, when you don't spiral, when you don't retaliate, when you don't smear back, that speaks volumes. It might not feel satisfying in the moment and may feel unfair, and it may feel like you're letting them win of sorts, but you're not. You're just refusing to play a toxic game. And that's not weakness, that's sovereignty. When you're overly desperate to prove you're not what they're saying you are, sometimes it weirdly makes it look like you're hiding something, even though you're not. It's backwards and frustrating, but socially, it's very real and it happens all the time. Calm detachment reads as confidence. Frantic defense reads as doubt. And that doesn't mean suppressing emotion, it just means processing privately instead of performing publicly. Of course you can feel hurt and be angry and grieve being misunderstood. Just don't hand your power over to people who weaponize it, because at the end of the day, your reputation is not built by what someone says about you, although it may feel that way. It's built by what people experience when they interact with you directly. Smear campaigns collapse under consistency. Eventually, patterns reveal themselves. Character reveals itself. Eventually, people connect the dots. And you can't control timing, and you can't control other people. You can't control their thoughts, what they say, what they do, how they respond, what they believe. You can only control you, your behavior, your conduct. And as long as you're always acting from a place of integrity and truth, that's more than enough.